Hey guys, what is going on? This is POTB. In this video I would like to do a quick update on the 48-hour fast. So just in case you're not familiar with my YouTube channel, I started doing the 48-hour fasts once a week. I'm saying this because back in 2015 I did this experiment with myself for an extended period of time, 2.5 to 3 months. I did like 5 meals per week. I do the 1 meal a day plan and I did 5 meals per week. Basically those were 2 48-hour fasts. So in this video guys, I would like to discuss with you what are my favorite benefits as long as for biohacking and of course as long as for bodybuilding, some downsides, and I would like to also share with you what are the actual things that I do differently nowadays. The person who inspired me with his comment to do this video is Filipito Alemanitu, so shout out to you bro, and right now I'm about to show you and read the actual comment. Hi Pete, I'm already curious about your update of the 48-hour fast. Should be easy for you, especially because you're used to fasting and probably you will be in ketosis already before the fast. Keep us updated. So first of all, thank you for the comment. You probably already know that I have tons of fun talking all that stuff for you guys. So the first thing that I would like to discuss with you guys are the things that I do differently nowadays. So the only thing that is different from 2015 is the fact that nowadays I take supplements, and right now I'm about to show the actual supplement stack that I have. This is some vitamin C. The next thing is of course vitamin D. I take all of the subs at once. The last thing that I would like to show you that I consume throughout the fast, this is something new. This organic jasmine green tea. By the way, just in case you wonder, I finished the 48-hour fast yesterday and I filmed a video, but I really do not like the lighting of the video. You see, I do not like the lighting of the video, so I took a decision to refilm the video. So the thing that I'm about to show you right now are my blood glucose levels on the 40-hour or 38/40-hour mark. And if you're familiar with that book, if you follow the 1 meal a day plan, or if you're really into fasting and whatnot, then you probably already know the book that I'm about to show you. Just in case you don't, I highly encourage you to get your hands on that book. So this book recommends you to take daily blood glucose measurements, especially when it comes to fasting, and this is exactly what I do. So as you can probably see, this is the whole procedure I follow. It really doesn't matter when it comes to 48-hour fast or 24-hour fast. I always do this, but the only difference nowadays is the fact that I do it only post-workout, like post-workout, the first workout of the day, like the AM workout. But the footage that you see right now on the screen, it is like post-workout, but it's around 3 p.m. or even 4 p.m. as long as I can remember. Just in case you want to know the exact numbers, I always try to stay between 4.3 to 4.6 unless I just had my meal, because most definitely then my blood glucose levels are a bit elevated. So right now I would like to discuss the biohacking benefits of the 48-hour fasts. I was sharp as a motherfucker throughout the whole day. Like on the second day I was even sharper. I was sipping on plenty of spring water. As you probably already know, I drink a lot of water. I was sipping on some green tea, jasmine, and of course some organic coffee. You already know the brands. I'm not going to show the actual brands. As long as for bodybuilding, especially if you're interested in building a physique that is like X-framed but is also old school. It has that old school feel, like Steve Reeves, Dave Draper, that type of X-frame physique, that like old school look. I cannot even explain it. The 48-hour fasts are the most powerful tool that you can use in order to get that vacuum on point. Almost like I'm having a vacuum contraction. Basically my stomach sticks to itself, which is like amazing, and I believe it definitely reduces the size of my waist, which is hell of a benefit. All of those pullover movements, free weighted pullover movements, the original old school free weighted pullover movements with a heavy dumbbell on a bench, or the Surge Libre way with an actual barbell, which is a lot more painful in my personal opinion, they will help you with the vacuums, most definitely. But the 48-hour fasts are some next level shit. I cannot stress this enough. Matter of fact, 1 meal a day is some next level shit if you come from multiple meals a day background and whatnot. But if you're really interested in that old school look, try to incorporate 48-hour fasts once a week. Like, it's not necessary to do it more than once a week, especially if you train a lot and if you break down muscle tissue on a day-to-day basis. I did the 5 meals per week back in 2015. I really did not see that much of a benefit as long as for bodybuilding. Matter of fact, after the 3rd month, I felt like my muscle shrinked. This is the best way I can describe it, and I lost some of the definition and the separation. So I hope that makes sense. This is something that I took a decision to add, to say it as an addition to everything I already covered. And this is because of a comment I got previously back in the day, like I believe it was the previous year. And as long as I can remember, the comment was from Dirk Dangler, and he asked me, for example, in a situation where I have an appointment later, like later at night and whatnot, what would I do in this specific scenario? Would I skip the whole day of eating, or I will eat later? So most definitely I will skip the whole day of eating. The actual thing that provoked me, or I guess inspired me to start doing the 48-hour fasts once again, is the fact that now where I'm based, the weather is fantastic. Like, it's a beautiful spring, everything is awesome, everything is like literally perfect. I really fuck with the weather. I start to have a nice walk before bed and whatnot, and typically when I come home from that walk, I really don't want to cook some stuff. I really don't want to eat. I really don't feel like eating. Even if I do, which is almost impossible, like this is like 1% of the time or something like this, I will probably skip it because I definitely don't want to mess up my circadian rhythm. You see, if I do not get enough high quality sleep, I become an extremely moody type of a person. I mean, I can do extremely well without food. I cannot even explain you how well I feel when I do not consume food. This is the reason why I'm a huge proponent of the OMAD and the ketogenic diet. But when I undersleep, I mean, it's definitely not a pleasant situation, and I really want to avoid that thing. Yeah, most definitely, I stay most of the time in ketosis. Just in case you wonder, the last meal I had the day before I started the 48-hour fast, yeah, my last one meal was like a completely ketogenic meal, probably with a bit higher amount of protein. And in the end of the video, as a final or as a wrap and whatnot, I would like to actually show you how I broke my fast yesterday, because Filipito Alemanito also kindly asked me to film the food I consumed yesterday, and that is exactly what I did. So the only thing that I would like to point out is the fact that not all of the food is already cooked. So as you can probably see, guys, right now on the screen, I had some whole chicken, I had some steaks, around 1.5 pounds of relatively leaner steaks, like grass-fed beef, and I had 8 eggs in this pan, in this Pyrex pot, and I also had some grass-fed butter, and I also had some cold-pressed organic coconut oil. Yeah. So yeah, guys, this is basically everything I wanted to say. One more time, I would like to thank Filipito Alemanito for inspiring me to put this video. I hope I covered everything you wanted to know. Just in case I didn't, please let me know and ask me some other questions. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Until then, please stay tuned for more. Have a nice one, keep flexing. Peace, and I'm out.